It's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to review for you the Elemental Power Tarot by Melinda Lee Holm. Now, before I do that, I just wanted to say to you, thank you to the people who sent me well wishes and good vibes my way when I had, with my recent bout of laryngitis. Now, I get laryngitis about once or twice a year, and it usually puts me out for quite a while. But I'm telling you, I really think that the good energy that was sent my way helped me a lot because I got over it the quickest I ever have. So thank you, thank you. All right, so today, let's take a look at the Elemental Power Tarot. Now, this is a super interesting deck by Melinda Lee Holm because there are no humans in the entire deck. So we're going to take a look at this. Now, this is the box. It's a magnetically sealed box. It's got pictures of the cards on the sides. By CICO, it's published by CICO Books. And it says, eliminating human figures entirely, the cards in Elemental Power Tarot present scenes based on the 5 elements, fire, water, air, earth, and spirit, that invite the reader to step in and explore the card's divine wisdom. Rohan Daniel Eason's expressive illustrations hold a treasure trove of symbols that offer visual clues to the messages of the cards. The accompanying guidebook explains the elemental system of working with tarot cards and spreads and provides card meanings, including an apothecary item, a real earth element aid for each major arcana card. So that's interesting. With over 25 years of study and practice, tarot priestess Melinda Lee Holm specializes in translating divine wisdom into guidance. In 2018, she launched Melinda Lee Holm Beauty, creating products with ingredients chosen for their magical properties, designed to integrate spiritual intention into our daily lives. Okay, and it goes on. So this deck is $16.99 in the UK, $19.99 in the US, and it just says priced higher in Canada. All right, so let's take a look at the guidebook. This is what the inside of the box looks like. It's pretty classy. It's got a thin little guidebook, paper, soft cover, of course. Okay, uncover the divine wisdom of the cards for guidance and self-discovery. Okay. Again, the illustrations by Rohan Daniel Eason. And this is a 2020 deck. Again, by CICO Books, CICO. And so it's only about 3 years old. Okay, here's a table of contents. The spreads. Major Arcana. Minor Arcana. Introduction, welcome to the Elemental Power Tarot. It says, the Elemental Power Tarot was created to help you unearth and grow this universal power. How to use this deck. And it shows the alchemical symbols for air, fire, water, and earth. All right, and then it talks about how best to phrase your questions, how to follow the elements, read the room. Viewing the cards as personalities in a room unlocks their nuance and shows how the energies play out in different scenarios. Oh, that's interesting. Then there's Apothecary, the spreads. Okay, so we have a 3-card spread, the Quickie, a 5-card spread, as above, so below. The last deck I reviewed had one called that too, but the layout was different. Then we have a 10-card spread, levels of consciousness. That looks a lot like the Celtic cross. And then we have an overview of the major arcana. So for each major arcana card, it shows you the Hebrew symbol and letter, the Hebrew Esoteric Association, the astrological glyph and sign, and the astrological esoteric association. Wow. So for example, the Fool, the Hebrew letter and symbols Aleph. The Hebrew Esoteric Association is conception. The astrological glyph and sign is Uranus. And the astrological esoteric association is enlightenment. So that's interesting. Okay, so here are the major arcana cards. We have a picture of the card in color, which is nice. And then there is like a quote that represents the card. Step forward into the unknown with full trust that the universe will show up to support you. All right, and then it describes the card the meaning of the card, like the guidance that the card can give you, the challenges, which would probably be the guidance or the gift, the upright meaning. Challenges would be maybe reverse meaning, apothecary, and it gives you like a practical tool to use for your benefit. All right, so it goes through all of the major arcana like this. We will do a one-card reading at the end, and I'll read it to you all so you can see how the book's written. All right, so then we go to the Minor Arcana. Then we have the Suit of Cups, the Suit of Wands, the Suit of Swords, and the Suit of Coins, which of course is Pentacles. And then there's 2 Minor Arcana cards per page. There's again a like phrase, a key phrase that goes with it. And then there's guidance, which would be like the upright meaning, and a challenge, which would be, for me, the reversed meaning. I mean, you can read both. I just say that challenge. What was that? Wow. This is a new pendulum. It just jumped right off there. How do you like that? Cool. All right. I didn't even think I shook the table. Neato. All right. Okay, and then let's see. So it has, for each card we have guidance and challenge, as well as a phrase that goes with it, and that goes through each suit like that. And that is it. That's the book. Simple, straight to the point. All right, let's take a look at the cards. Now these cards are quite a bit bigger than my regular tarot deck that I use. Let me grab a card here so I can show you. Well, they're not that much bigger, but they're pretty. They're like, they're about maybe half an inch wider and about, I don't know, not quite a half an inch longer. So they're somewhat bigger. And this is what the back looks like. And they're, they're kind of thin to medium weight, but they're a kind of matte finish. They're a matte finish, actually. Kind of nice. They feel really good, I think. Let's see how they shuffle. Well, let's look at them first, and then we'll see how they shuffle. Then we'll do a reading, and you'll get a good idea of whether you like this deck or not. All right, so there's the Fool. And again, we have the Hebrew letter here and the astrological glyph. The Fool. And again, what I think is cool and different about this deck is there are no humans in it. I really like this border. We have at the bottom is the name, and the top is the number of the card. The Magician, the High Priestess, and a lot of the symbols from the regular card are on there, just not the High Priestess herself. The Empress, the Emperor. Like these, the Hierophant, there's a Buddha statue, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance. Trying to get it up higher. There you go. The Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. All right, now we go to the Suit of Wands. Now, it doesn't look like there's anything. Nice. Okay. So on this, the Ace of Wands, there's no title of the card. There's just a picture. It's obviously the Ace of Wands. And then we have the 2. Okay, so there's no word wands in it. And these are pip cards, but they're very interestingly done. And we have our elemental symbol for fire here. There's the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Wands. If you're not, if you don't like pip decks, this might not be your thing, but I mean, I think they're very attractive. The 6 of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands. And that's always a good thing to know when you buy a deck, because sometimes they don't show on the box that it's pip cards. Like, for example, on this box, everything on the side of the box, with the exception of the Eight of Swords, is a Major Arcana card. And in a way, I'm not saying they do not, and there's the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm not saying that is anyone trying to be less than forthcoming, but it sort of bothers me when they do that, because I like to know before I buy something if there's pip cards or fully illustrated cards. That's just my thing. Okay, so there's the Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. Now this is where it gets tricky. The Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. Sometimes, usually the Page has a simple little crown or headpiece. The Knight usually has something that looks like a helmet, which is fine. But in this deck, the King and Queen crowns are very, very similar. So it's a little bit hard, honestly, to tell the difference between the King and the Queen crowns. Do you see the similarity? That's just a little hard for me to tell the difference. Let's see if the other suits are like that as well. All right, so here we go. Here's the Ace of Cups. I really do like the artwork. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. Again, the background on all of them are the same. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. Okay, here's the Page. So there's, again, your simple little circlet for their head. The Knight of Cups has the helmet. And then here is the Queen and the King. Now in this one, it's a little, maybe you would be able to tell more which is the Queen and which is the King. But they are still super, like, I don't know. They're not even that similar, but just, I'm not sure which one would be which if I didn't know that I had them in the correct order. All right, so let's look at the suit of swords. There's the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Swords, and they've used the exact same background for everyone. Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, again the helmet, and then we have the Queen and the King. So the Queen has the beads hanging down, so that might be easier to remember, but again, they're not that different. All right, then we have the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, or coins, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Page, again, little circlet, Knight, helmet, and then we have the Queen and the King. Okay, so in this one, the King helmet, the King crown is easier to tell that it's the King because it's bigger and it's, this one's more, that looks more feminine to me. But anyway, so that's just one thing. The Kings and Queens may be hard to tell apart. You can always look it up in the book, and once you get used to the cards, that I'm sure will not be a problem. So let's see how they shuffle. They're pretty thin. Again, my fingers are a little bit short, so I have problems, but I see these are super bendy, so this might, ooh, nice. See, the bendiness of the cards really helps me shuffle. I actually really like that a lot. When your fingers are not super long, the fact of the cards bending that easily, and they're not cheaply made, they're just very flexible. All right, so that's good for a riffle shuffle. Let's try a side riffle, and then I'll do a one-card reading so you can see how the book is written and whether you can relate to it. That always makes a big difference to me. Not that you'll always be using the book, but I like to be able to relate to how the book's written. Okay, Spirit, what does our viewer need to think about today? What does our viewer need to think about today? What does viewer need to think about today? What would be helpful information? There it is. All right, so this is the Seven of Pentacles. And let's see, there it is up close. Let's see how the book is written. Oh, well, that's spinning, isn't it? Okay, there we go. All right, let's look that up. All right, this is what it says. Overcoming doubt in elemental earth. Okay, the guidance section says, it's time to test the boundaries of what you believe your reality can be. Lift your nose up from the grindstone and assess where you are in your process. This is your opportunity to take a critical look at the end product you are building toward. If there are any adjustments you want or need to make to your plans, now is the time to do so. It is crucial that when you do, you clear out any self-imposed limits keeping you from building the life you truly want. You are more potent than you think. And then the challenge, which I would take to be the reversal of this card, says, distinguishing between being realistic and defeatist can be tricky, particularly when dealing with the physical world. Any thoughts that begin with can't or shouldn't are ripe for close examination. Challenge your own rules. All right, very good. So that is my review of the Elemental Power Tarot. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It's completely free for you and it really helps me out a lot. I want to thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.